Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Don Thompson of Great Performances.
You can see we spent a lot on microphones here tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our great performance. This entire Donald O'Connor tour is sponsored by Secure Horizons, America's premier senior health plan, and representatives of Secure Horizons, and as always, representatives of Great Performances are going to be out in the lobby at intermission and after the show. Love to meet with you. Come by and say hello. All of our subscribers know that we have moved into our announcement period for our season coming up for 1995-96. It's on the back of your program. We invite all of you to take a good hard look at it, check it out, and if you're interested, come back and see us. We'd love to sign you up for next year. We had 2 or 3 people sign up even before the show started. So it's a great season, and we'd love to have you with us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, I want you to give your warmest San Mateo welcome to our Great Performances superstar, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald O'Connor.
Thank you very much. Hey, how are you? God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let's hope you do that at the end. Well, I think we have a bang-up show for you. I really do. We've got so many talented people here, and our orchestra, 45 people, and it's going to be quite a show. But right at the beginning, I think we should introduce everybody right now so you get to see them. And they're from the Lawrence Welk Show. You're going to see a lot of those, like my movies, you know, the Late Late Show. But really, I've known this young man. Well, I've admired him ever since I was a kid. Bobby Burgess and Elaine Bolden. They really take up a lot of stage, don't they? And next, ladies and gentlemen, from San Francisco's Giants, Crazy Crab, Wayne Doba. Wayne? There's Wayne. Yes. Hate male dancers. But of course now, we have some people here. They're all beautiful. They really are. And they're going to come back. This is all a little teaser right now. But they're going to come back a little bit for you and do everything. It's going to be fantastic. But I also, right now, I'd like to introduce Rosie and the Radiators. Rosie and the Radiators. Well, you see what kind of a show. We got a big show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be back here again. I think I was here about 2 years ago, and we had a marvelous time. I was working, I've been on the road recently with Mickey Rooney, and we had, you know, Mickey, of course you know Mickey. Well, we were on the road together, and, you know, I never knew how short Mickey was until I saw him with Dolly Parton. It looked like 3 bald-headed men dancing. But if there's listen, I do a very informal type of act, and if there's any particular thing I can do for you, while you speak right up, my God, there's nobody down there. If there's anything I can do for you while you speak right up, and I'd be more than happy to do it for you, provided I can. Any song that might be a favorite? Make 'em laugh, yes. Write that down. Write that down, make 'em laugh. Okay. All right. You know, if you folks are good enough to me with your applause and everything, I'm going to finish with that number. And you remember that number. I run up the walls, do the back somersaults, and oh, how I would love to do that for you. I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, it's from Singing in the Rain, which was a marvelous, marvelous picture. I never will forget about, I know certain things about people, you know, working with them, and then you hear certain things about them off the set and everything. Well, but Debbie, it's no secret. She was very, very nervous when she made Singing in the Rain. She's got to be one of the greatest actresses in the world because you could never tell that she was nervous. But this was her big break. She wanted to be wonderful. And to compensate for her nervousness, she used to chew big wads of gum. And she'd forget she had it in her mouth, and the assistant director would yell, "Roll 'em." And then she'd take the gum, this big wad of gum, and she'd put it wherever she could, you know. Well, she's doing this number with Gene Kelly, and it's absolutely a beautiful number. It's a psych in the back with the blue clouds, white clouds, the blue sky, and Gene looks splendiferous in his white pants, you know, and his loafers and his cut-off shirt and everything. And Debbie is up on a ladder about 6 feet high. And now I got to tell you, Gene is very much like me. We have a cowlick in the back here. Some people call it a bald piece, but it's a cowlick. You can see that little cowlick there. Well, but Gene's hair is black, you see. So they made him a little hair piece about that big, and with the hair coming down so it matched the rest of the hair coming over here. Anyway, Debbie's up there, she's on the ladder, and the assistant director yelled, "All right, roll 'em." Now she's up there and she's got this big wad of gum in her mouth and she doesn't know what to do with it. So she looks around and she puts it on the rung of the ladder. So they say, "Okay, go," and Gene starts, "You were meant for me," and he starts to climb the ladder, "and I was meant for you," and he turns around, "Nature fashioned you," and he walked away, and there the little hairpiece stayed right on the ladder. It's true. Isn't that marvelous? Oh, gee. He beat her up. But I tell you, right now, if I may, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a couple of people for you. I mean, when I said about Lawrence Welk, there's a young man that I've known for such a long time, and he was with the Musketeers, I think. He was an actor even before that. So, anyways, he's a marvelous dancer. And if I may, I would like to introduce Bobby Burgess and Elaine Bolden. Are you ready?
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
The best things happen while you're dancing. Things that you would not do at home come naturally on the floor. For dancing soon becomes romancing when you hold a girl in your arms that you've never held before.
Even guys with 2 left feet come out all right if the girl is sweet. If by chance their cheeks should meet while dancing, proving that the best things happen while you dance. Ah, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It is so good to be here. We are so glad you came to spend this evening with us. And now I know why you wanted me to talk first. Oh my goodness. That song, The Best Things Happen While You're Dancing, is an Irving Berlin tune from the 1954 hit movie musical, White Christmas. And Danny Kaye and Vera Ellen danced it in the movie. And when Bobby and I heard the words to it, we thought, you know, it really is true. A lot of really wonderful things have happened to us because of our dancing. So we've decided to use that as the theme of our show tonight.
And I'm really happy to be here in San Mateo. How many people watch the Lawrence Welk Show on public television? Thank you. You know, it's in over 280 markets now. It's the #1 show on PBS, thanks to you. When I was looking for a new dancing partner about 16 years ago now, that's when I first met Elaine. She was standing in the Los Angeles airport with a suitcase in her hand, looking very much like a 1940s Hollywood starlet, from her big hat to her high heels. After a terrific audition, Lawrence and I decided she should be one of 3 finalists for the Lawrence Welk TV show. But I knew things were looking good for her after she danced with Lawrence, and he whispered in my ear, "Wow, Bobby, she lets me lead." Elaine was the audience's favorite too, getting the most letters of approval, and she's been my partner and my friend ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, from Dallas, Texas, Elaine Balden.
Howdy! How are y'all doing tonight? Oh, yeah! Whew. I know that there may be a few of you out there saying, now who is she? Well, folks, you have watched reruns for too long now. My hair's grown out. But as Bobby mentioned, we have danced together now. Actually, in January, it's 16 years. And I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. And I must say, that's where my dance career began. And my mother sent me to dance school at 5 because I was so shy. She was afraid I wouldn't go to first grade. Now, my dad says that those lessons have worked because the only difference between me and Armour Star is I can't be cured. So we're going to salute Dallas right now, actually the state of Texas. We're going to do a little clogging for you folks with the Yellow Rose of Texas, and deep in the heart of Texas, if you feel like stomping your feet, clapping your hands, well, just don't hit the person next to you. We're going to have a good time with this one. Let's go.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. Let's hear it. Well, we found out what kind of music you like here anyway. Speaking of the best things happen while you're dancing, Elaine and I met our spouses while we were dancing on the Lawrence Welk TV show. I married Myron Florin's daughter, Christy, and we have 4 beautiful children, ages 8 to 18.
I also met my husband on the Lawrence Welk Show. He was one of the directors, Jim Balden. He was my director. I married him, and I became his director. You know what I'm talking about, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we're co-producers, you see, because we have two darling little children. Two girls, ages 6 and 3.
Wild child.
Yes, and Papa is playing Mr. Mom, and I only hope that when this tour is over that I have a home to return to.
So Elaine and I are doing our part to keep the musical family growing.
That's right, and folks, that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
You know, we have so much fun up here doing what we do. And one of the other wonderful parts about it is getting to meet with you folks after the show. We've had a lot of people come up to us and say, oh, we could just watch the two of you dance all night long. Well, folks, now you can. Bobby and Elaine have a brand new videotape out there in that lobby. Now, it's not a rerun, it's brand new. My husband directed and produced it for us, and Mr. Myron Florin conducts the orchestra, and many of the faces on the tape, you'll recognize the band because they come from the Lawrence Welk television program. We'd love to sign it and say hello to you afterwards. So come on by, and if you don't want a tape, that's all right. Just come on by and check out our wrinkles.
Little commercial. You know, I had a ball being one of Walt Disney's original Mouseketeers. Remember that show? Would you mind singing the alma mater with me? MICKEYMOUSE. Walt Disney would have been proud. They auditioned 5,000 kids for that show. I went through 5 auditions myself. I got my job dancing. It's because I had a gimmick. In 1955, I did a barefoot jazz dance to Rock Around the Clock. Almost broke my toe, but I got the job. You know, I'm noticing a lady down here in the front row who's really been enjoying our show tonight. Would you stand up? Let's find out your name and where you're from.
Marion.
Marion what?
Menlo Park.
Marion from Menlo Park. Marion, I want to make you an honorary Mouseketeer. Step right up, step right up. Here's your ears, here's your ears. You're an honorary Mouseketeer. And welcome to the club. Oh, yeah. It's yours to keep. Now, those are yours to keep. You can keep them yourself or give them to your grandchildren, whatever. You know, not only do the best things happen while you're dancing in real life, they happen when you're watching some of those great musical numbers in the movies and in the musical theater. Who could forget Yul Brynner and Deborah Carr in The King and I, dancing the polka in the big, beautiful ballroom to Shall We Dance? Did I say polka? A Lawrence Welk show is never complete without a polka, right? It's in our contract. So right now, we'd like to show you the Lawrence Welk Polish Hop Polka. But first, we want to show you the way they dance the polka in that musical. Remember Anna and the King of Siam? Now, may we have the house lights, please?
Guess what? It's your turn.
We'd like to invite a couple of ladies
And a couple of gentlemen.
to come up and dance the polka with us tonight.
Now, it doesn't have to be the polka. It could be anything slow.
Waltz, foxtrot.
No, actually, it could be anything that you'd like to do. Anything at all.
We have stairs on either side of the stage.
Come on up.
Don't be bashful, the price is right. Free.
Okay.
Oh, here comes a lady.
A brave lady. All right, I need 2 fellas. 2 fellas. Okay, here comes the other lady. We only need... Okay, we've got enough ladies now. We need 2 fellas.
Come on.
I need 2 fellas.
Come on, gentlemen. She'll let you lead. Here's a lady who volunteered. Let's find out her name and where she's from. Your name?
Maggie McLaughlin from San Jose.
Maggie McLaughlin goes with O'Connor, doesn't it? This must be Irish night. It's coming up, I know. What would you like to dance?
I like the polka.
A little polka.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know, she's very lucky he didn't throw her over his head. All right. Come over here, sir. Come over here. Well, well, well. Tell the folks your name and where you're from.
My name is Jim Kaysen, and I'm from Redwood City. No, I'm from San Mateo, but
It's okay, Jim.
I
Let's hear it for Jim. He needs a little encouragement. We'll settle him all down here. All right, now, Jim, when you came in those doors tonight, did you think you were going to be up here and be part of this show?
no, not at all.
No. Okay. All right. Well, what are we going to do?
The polka?
The polka. Look out.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. If there's anything I can't stand is when the audience gets more applause than I do. Here's another lady who volunteered. Your name and where you're from.
Shirley Drockman, and I'm from Pacifica.
And what would you like to dance?
A waltz.
A nice waltz. Thank you very much.
She's wonderful. So graceful. All right, my next volunteer. Come on out here, sir. Tell the folks your name and where you're from.
My name's Jack Sweeney. I'm an ASCAP composer. I live in Hillsborough, and I'm dying to meet Mr. O'Connor.
You are?
Yeah?
Well, hang on a minute. We got to dance first. Don't die yet.
All right.
Okay? Now, what you realize that this is going to be the big finish, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're finished, all right.
Pauline, come help me, please.
All right. What are we going to do?
This kind of a thing. This sort of a...
Hold it.
That's a family show we're in, sir. This is a
Wait a
family
minute,
show.
wait a minute. Are you talking about a jitterbug?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Or a rumba.
You know, Jack looks like he's from the metallic age. Silver in the hair, gold in the teeth, but definitely no lead in his britches.
I think we need to give all of our volunteers another very great big round of applause. Thank you so much. You're a wonderful audience. We love you.
One more time with the polka. Everybody clap along. Thank you very much, your wonderful audience. We appreciate your applause. You know, we have a lot of fun going on tour. We play a lot of state and county fairs, club dates, nightclubs, theaters, and around. But sometimes some real unusual things happen to us. Sometimes the worst things happen while we're dancing. Recently, we were at a big outdoor venue in New Jersey, 6,000 people there, and I was doing a death drop with Elaine. Stepped on the hem of a dress, my feet went out from under me, I landed on my back on the stage. So I went to the microphone, and I said, I think you folks saw a new move tonight. You're such a great audience. I think I've fallen for you. And people always ask me if I've ever dropped Elaine. No, I've never dropped her, or she probably dropped me as her dancing partner. But I did get carried away one time. I did a big overhead press, and then wrapped her down my back, bumped her head on the floor, and pulled all the muscles away from her ribs. All together now. Ooh. And we've had trouble with our wardrobe through the years. For a long time, they were renting her dresses from Western Costume Company. Now, they've rented costumes for about 100 years, and I think the dresses are about that old. We were doing a 1920s dance in an authentic 1920s dress for Elaine. And right in the middle, in front of 30 million people, the whole zipper ripped up out the back, and I ended up dancing with my hand down her back. And then there was a time we were doing a wild jitterbug. I did the splits and split my pants from one side to the other, right in the crucial area. And then I think my favorite remembrance of costumes was at a big state fair, probably the dirtiest floor we'd ever danced in or on. All dressed in white, we were doing the Charleston. I kicked up one foot, my other foot slipped out from under me, and we ended up doing the black bottom. All kinds of interesting things have happened to us. Then there's a lot we couldn't tell you about too, that's for sure.
I'll never forget the time that he slid me through his legs, and I ended up with splinters. He did not remove them. My husband did. It was not a pretty sight. You know, of all the ballroom dances, my very favorite ones are the Latin dances. As a matter of fact, I got my job on the Lawrence Welk Show dancing the rumba with Bobby on the Valentine's Day program way back when. And so we decided that we would put a Latin number in our show tonight, but we couldn't make up a decision as to which one we would do. So we have put together a medley for you. We're going to start out with some mambo, then a little tango, followed by the rumba, and finally some samba. And we think that you'll recognize most of the songs that we are going to be dancing to. As a matter of fact, they could be bringing back memories for you folks of some times when maybe some really wonderful things were happening to you while you were dancing.
I don't know. This is our opening show. I don't know. Are you finished? They have one more number. Oh, and you're vamping. Gee, I'm sorry. I don't know how the show's going tonight. I have no idea. In the lane, ladies and gentlemen. You're wonderful. Hey, they love you. Come back, take another bow. They want you. They love you. There they go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know, you see, they were vamping, and he was vamping slowly, and I didn't know if they had any more to do or anything, you know. It's a brand new show. I usually don't, pardon me. Here, you want this one? No, but right now, I tell you, oh, Bobby, yeah, they're so wonderful. I've known Bobby. We had the same choreographer for years. He's just a great guy. Elena's wonderful. But Bobby told me a story, and I love to hear new stories, you know. And this about this fellow was in Denmark. I don't know why he was in Denmark, but he said he was in Denmark, and he was walking down the main street, and there were 12 ducks following him. So they're holding up traffic and everything, and this cop comes over, and he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "You can't walk those ducks down the street like this. You're holding traffic. Nobody can get around." He said, you take those ducks right over to the zoo." And he said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And the ducks, they walked away. The next day, the same thing happens. This guy's walking down the street, but now the ducks have dark glasses on. Okay? And they're walking down the street. The cop came up, same cop, and he said, "Look," he said, "I thought I told you to take those ducks, those ducks to the zoo." And he said, "I did, and today we're going to the beach." Isn't that a cute story? Well, I'm trying to think of clean stories, you know. They're unusual today. Well, right now, this is a very, very funny guy. He's a marvelous guy, too. He's just a wonderful person. San Francisco Giants, crazy crab, Wayne Doba. Wayne, where are you, Wayne? There's Wayne. Wayne? There he goes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. You know, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the lights and the energy, schwada. Could we pick it up?
Thank you. He's wonderful. Taught him every step. Well, I tell you right now, we're going to have... Oh, Wayne told me a story, too, before I went on. Did you ever hear the story about these two old guys that were talking? And one guy said to the other one, he said, you know, George, he said, I got to see a doctor. And he said, why? He said, because me and Becky, we only did it once last night. And the other guy said, my God, I got to see a psychiatrist. And he said, why? He said, I didn't even think about it. Wayne's story, I mean, that didn't go over too well. Well, while you're thinking about that joke, we're going to have a slight intermission so you people can have a slight intermission. And we'll be back in just a little while. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Having a good time? Okay. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you. It's good to be back. And you know, it's really wonderful to see this theater completely full. You know, we came here a year ago for the first show, and we just had a few people down here in front. I'm sure some of you are still here. But we filled the theater. We're really happy. We do have our season for next year on sale, and we want to see you back here in May when we have Anna Marie Alberghetti and John Raitt doing a Broadway salute. We know you're going to love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome him back. Here he is, Mr. Donald O'Connor.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Well, we didn't lose too many. It's so wonderful to be back here on the stage again. And you're not going to take these away now? Oh, well, all right. They look kind of skinny standing out there like that. I have another story to tell you, but I don't think I will. It's a pretty lousy story. I was out playing golf today. I'm a little tired today. I was out playing golf, and I played the worst game that I have ever played in my life. And I said to my partner, I said, you know, when I get to the nearest lake, I'm going to drown myself. And he said, don't be silly. You couldn't keep your head down that long. Well, I got to put these back, don't I? I forgot. Our next friends are going to need these. Nobody told me. Where's the other one? This is wonderful. This is how I get my exercise. Okay, but now you're going to meet a group of young ladies that's really very... What happened? Oh, here it is. It's very exciting. You're going to love these young ladies, and they are quite unusual, and I'll tell you why. They hold the Guinness World Record for champion tappers, and it's Rosie and the Radiators. Let's hear it for them. Rosie and the Radiators.
That's okay. Somebody keep an eye out for the police. We don't need to get another ticket. We love dancing on this weird corner, but we don't like spending the weekend in jail. It's just no fun. Now, one thing we've learned from dancing all over town is we don't like it when they give us tickets. And so we just usually we dance in secret places, like on the radio where the sound is oh so sweet. Tapping on a loading dock is really a thrill. Tapping down that sidewalk gets us up the hill. Tapping on a big fat stage is so hot, but tapping on the radio, really it's the spot. A tapper's thrill is those fancy sounds we make going wild while we're hitting the ground. Feet go crazy while we make a song. Folks who are listening sing right along. We love the radio tap. We can hear that beat. Tapping on the radio, you can feel the heat. The rhythm comes out loud and clear. Every single sound so easy to hear. It's enough to make these gals keep their feet on the ground. Tell television tap is lots of fun. You get to move around, keep the camera on the run. Wear a glittery costume, makes you itchy and hot. But even naked on the radio, they hear what you got. We love the radio tap, we can hear the beat. Tapping on the radio, you can feel the heat. The rhythm comes out loud and clear. Every single sound so easy to hear. It's enough to make these gals keep their feet on the ground, on the ground. What is it about that studio sound that makes the beat go round and round? Well, when it comes by me, I'll tell you, it makes my heart beat fast. Flirting with the engineer, a man under glass. We love the radio tap, we can hear the beat. Tapping on the radio, you can feel the heat when the rhythm comes out loud and clear. Every single sound so easy to hear. A beat that comes right through, 'cause it's going out to you. It's enough to make us all keep our feet on the... I think I'm overheating. I'm a radiator. I have a right to overheat if I want to. How are you gals doing? Are you overheating too? Let's see if I can figure out the high technology of this microphone. Oh, good. Oh, there it goes. How lovely. All right, here we go. Throw it in the pit. You know, the pit is where they keep the musicians. And for good reason. Ladies, let's show them how we open it up. Are you ready? Ready. 1, 2, 3, woo! Thank you very much. Now, like any good Bay Area group, we are influenced by our environment, which means that we have lived through many earthquakes. And in this next number, you will see that we have learned to start every routine with an earthquake drill. Now, some of the choreography that you're going to see in this next number was actually born during earthquakes. And one of the steps that was born during an earthquake is called the San Francisco Super Shuffle. It's where we shake our shoulders and the sound falls out the bottom of our feet. Now, it's revolutionary and it's really, really artistic, so it's easy to miss. So when we get to it, we're going to point just so you can say you were here and you saw it. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you stomp 2, 3, 4. You know, thank you. Sometimes after the show, folks come backstage and they say, Rosie, Radiators, where did you get your early musical influences? Heck, we're proud to think they think we had any. You see, we're from Northern California, where the big trees grow and the women know. And we take our influences from the heartbeat of rock and roll. We drink our rock and roll black, tap dance back, twist that goes down smooth. We let that rock and roll beat have its way with our feet and get that rock and roll tap dancing groove. I hear it coming, moving right down the track. I hear it coming, moving clickety-clack. It's that rock and roll train dancing loud and clear. That rock and roll tap dance I long to hear. Now listen here, right here, to make your tap dancing dreams come true. Dancing at night, all alone, feeling right. Sound is pure and clean. I could do okay, but what makes my day is that rock and roll dancing machine. I hear it coming, moving right down the track. I hear it coming, moving clickety-clack. It's that rock and roll train dancing loud and clear. That rock and roll tap dance I long to hear. Now listen here, right here, to make your tap dancing dreams come true. We love Fred and Ginger and Donald O'Connor too. Yes, we love that great stuff. With rock and roll it's enough to make our tap dancing dreams come true. Woo! I hear it coming, moving right down the track. I hear it coming, moving clickety-clack. It's that rock and roll train dancing loud and clear. That rock and roll tap dance I long to hear. Now listen here, right here, to make your tap dancing dreams come true. For me and now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special selection, especially selected for the Great Performances audience because we know that you are so culturally enriched, especially you series ticket purchasers. We know that you see great shows year-round. So we have prepared a special number for you. It's the William Tell Overture. Now, we're doing most of the notes, but some of them have been removed for brevity, but we kept the part about the horse. And so we hope you like it. It goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. See, I told you they had taste. Now, that was a taste of the Super Shuffle. And now we're going to give you what we call the Super Shuffle Serenade. And before we begin, I would like to say that this is a step that is only done by dancers in Northern California. They're real jealous in Los Angeles and New York, but heck, that's just too bad. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Shuffle Serenade. Thank you. Now, you know, there is a very deep tradition in theater, and it has to do with folks taking care of each other. Backstage, everybody's pinning each other in and giving everybody a go break your leg kind of a good luck charm before they go on stage. And you know, it's what Great Performances is all about. It's what Donald O'Connor has devoted his life to reminding people about. You got to take care of your neighbor. You got to be good to yourself. And I think this next number really says what it's all about. It goes like this. If you're ever in a jam, here I am. If you're ever down a well, give a yell. If you're ever up a tree, call on me. Friendship, friendship, just a perfect blend ship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. Woo! Thank you. Now, I know many of you have children and grandchildren in dancing school, and we are all products of dancing school, and we would like to say to you who are in dancing school now, hey, it doesn't have to turn out like this for you. You should keep dancing. I mean, who knows what could happen. But the truth is that it's our moms, our dads, our aunts and uncles, our grandpas, and more than anything, our grandmas that really pin us in at the last minute, tell us, honey, it's okay no matter what, just keep dancing. This show tonight is dedicated to a very special grandma who left us yesterday after years of support. Christine Eichinger, Kim's grandma, is no longer with us, but she's with us in spirit, and we dedicate this show to her tonight. So Christine, we're glad your spirit's out there and you're watching us, and thanks for being there for Kim, and thanks to all of our grandmas and grandpas. Without you, we could never be dancing. So let's hear it for Christine. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we have been touring the world for some time in foreign countries representing Northern California, and let's face it, everyone wants to be here with good reason. Well, on one of our recent tours to Japan, this next number really brought the house down, and we're going to ask Mr. Eddie Marshall, the guardian of the sticks, to provide us with the weapons with which we hit our feet. Now, some audiences aren't as kind as you, and they need to see sort of vicious tap, but we're going to combine now this sort of foot abuse and actual rhythms for you. We think one of the reasons that the Japanese audiences like this is because they thought these were eating utensils and they thought of snacking while we were dancing. Snacking always makes us feel really good, so we figured that might be part of their response. But we made this up actually as Ode to a Cable Car. And if you listen carefully, you may hear as that little cable car slows down as it goes up the hill and speeds down the other side. And we share with you now Ode to a Cable Car. ladies and gentlemen, we know that there are many dancers here in the audience tonight, and we want to thank you, each and every one, for coming out to see us. And we also know that what you don't tell the audience, but what you understand, is that it's dangerous and it hurts. Loneliness, injury, pregnancy, incarceration, such is the backstage life on the road. But that's not enough for the California dancer. Not once she's had the Golden Gate Bridge. Bridge dancing. It's dangerous, but it's fun. Dancer's life is on the line, mind and body fly. Working hard and feeling fine, give every move a try. You can't move out or up or past, you've got to keep that foot right on the gas. Flashing lights can't make you wait when you're dancing on the Golden Gate. Dancing alone is hot, it's true, but dancing in tandem is hot times two. You, and you, dancing on the Golden Gate. California dancers, 1, 2, 3, feeling strong and feeling free. Dance to the rhythm of the USA, dancing for you and for me. Woo! Dancing on the Golden Gate, ooh, my feet can hardly wait. Feeling free and feeling great, dancing on the Golden Gate. On top of the beat and in between, dancing on the bay. Feeling the rhythms of history, we'll dance those miles away. On the gateway to the west, that's the place that we dance best. Independent in between, all alone and on the team. Dancing on the Golden Gate, ooh, my feet can hardly wait. Feeling free and feeling great, dancing on the Golden Gate. Moving down the highway in time, right or left, make up your mind. Who's supposed to lead, I heard you say.
Who cares? We got the rhythm of the right-of-way.
Dancing on the Golden Gate, ooh, my feet can hardly wait. Feeling free and feeling great, dancing on the Golden Gate. Moving down the highway in time, moving in time, in time, in time. On the line, on the line, on the line, on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Radiators. California dancers, 1, 2, 3, feeling strong and feeling free. Dance to the rhythm of the USA, dancing for you and for me. Woo! Dancing on the Golden Gate, ooh, my feet can hardly wait. Feeling free and feeling great, dancing on the Golden Gate. Woo!
They perspire just like everybody else. How do you like that? Well, gee, I don't know. Right now, I'd like to introduce, if I may, I have... You and I got to go on the road together. You know that, don't you? I think they're renting those things in between acts. Well, if I may, ladies and gentlemen, this whole show has just been so wonderful. They've been dancing their heads off, I tell you. And right now, I'd like to introduce a young man. He's been in show business and for quite some. His whole life has been. Well, this is me. Give me some music, will you? Here we go. Without a song, the day would never end. Without a song, the road would never bend. When things go wrong, a man ain't got a friend. Without a song, that field of corn would never see a crowd. That field of corn would never see a plow. When things go wrong, a man ain't got a friend. Without a song. Remember George M. Cohan, Pat Rooney, the man who always wore green. I'm still aware of men like Astaire and a Kelly named Jean. On Judgment Day, when it's my time to go, I'll dance away from this old earth below. But till that time, I just ain't gonna go without a song. Remember George M. Cohan, Pat Rooney, the man who always wore green. I'm still aware of men like Astaire and a Kelly named Jean. On Judgment Day, Judgment Day, when it's my time to go, I'll dance away from this old earth below. But till that time, I just ain't gonna go without a song, without a song. Oh, you're nothing without a song. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I've had the good fortune in my lifetime of being in this business so long, I know just about every songwriter that ever lived. And Irving Berlin was a very dear friend, Cole Porter. And, of course, my two favorite guys now, Anthony Newley and Anthony and my two best friends. What are their names? Oh. Well, anyway, Tony Newley wrote this song, and the reason it's my favorite is because it has so much hope in the lyric. Once in a lifetime, a man knows a moment, one wonderful moment, when fate takes his hand. And this is my moment, my once in a lifetime, when I can explore a new and exciting land. For once in my lifetime, I feel like a giant. I soar like an eagle, as though I had wings. And this is my moment. My destiny calls me, and though it may be just once in my lifetime, I'm gonna do great things. Once in my lifetime, I feel like a giant. I soar like an eagle, as though I had wings. And this is my moment. My destiny calls me, and though it may be just once in my lifetime, I'm gonna do great things. Thank you. Thank you. You know, there's another kid I know. He's a great, great guy. Barry Manilow. Did you ever see Barry work? He's just wonderful. Handsome guy. Well, he wrote this little song. You ready? You know I can't sing without you, and I can't dance without you, and I want to dance, and I want to sing. With you by my side, I can do anything. I feel glad when you're glad. I feel sad when you're sad. If you only knew how much I can do. I just can't smile without you. You came along, and with a song you brightened my day. Who'd have believed that we were part of a dream? Doesn't it seem just like yesterday? You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything now. Some people say happiness takes so very long to find. But now that I'm back, I'm not leaving my love behind. Oh, I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. I feel glad when you're glad. I feel sad when you're sad. If you only knew what I'm going through. I just can't smile. I just can't smile. I can't smile without you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That Barry Manilow writes some great songs. He had gold records, silver records. Some guys come out and sing their golden records, and the gals all scream, and I don't mean perhaps. I've never had me any golden records, but now I lay me down some golden taps. I remember days with Bing when his singing kept other singers up on their toes. And anything goes. Cole Porter's music made it happen, like this song that kept me tapping with all those pros. And anything goes. Gee, it was great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Janet Leigh made the movie with me, walking my baby back home. We went along harmonizing a song and then recite a poem. Arm in arm on a make-believe farm, walking my baby back. I'm walking my baby back. I'm walking my baby back home. Thank you. I heard singing, there was someone there. Ethel Merman's voice would fill the air. One high note and all the trees were bare. I wonder why, I wonder why. I don't need analyzing, it is not so surprising. I feel very strange but nice. I watch late television, got great double vision, seen Call Me Madam more than twice. I was once young and bolder, I need someone who's older, a rub down with a velvet glove. But before the night is gone, and before I travel on, here's a song I'll always love. It's a great song from a great motion picture. I know you know the lyrics, so please sing them with me. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing in the rain. Yeah. I heard you singing up there. Thank you, thank you. That was a good picture. Well, as I said before, I do a very informal type of show, and if there's any particular song that might be your favorite, I would be very happy to sing it for you, provided I can. Silent Night? All right, let's do the one we rehearsed, okay? Maybe a little glass of water. This song was written by Cal Bayer Sager and Melissa Manchester. Well, hello there, dear old friend of mine. You've been reaching for yourself for such a long time. There's so much to say, no need to explain. Just an open door for you to come in from the rain. It's a long road when you're on your own, and a girl like you will always find the long way home. There's no right or wrong, I'm not here to blame. I just want to be the one to keep you from the rain. Come in from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know that you're all right. Time has left us older and wiser, I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again, 'cause I think of us like an old cliche. It doesn't matter 'cause I love you anyway. Come in from the rain. And it looks like sunny skies now that I know that you're all right. Time has left us older and wiser, I know I am. And it's good to know my best friend has come home again, 'cause I think of us like an old cliche. Doesn't matter 'cause I love you anyway. Come in from the rain. Come in from the rain. Come in from the rain. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so very generous with your applause. God bless you. Any other song you'd like to hear me sing? You Were Meant for Me. Oh, You Were Meant for Me, all right? You were meant for me, and I was... I can't find the key. For you, do-do. Nature fashioned you, and when she was... You don't know the song either, do you? All right, let's do another one. We know some songs, really. Lullaby of Broadway? Is that what he said? Lullaby? Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the Broadway of Broadway, the rumble of a subway train, the rattle of a... Forget it. We'll do it another time. I'm only making fun of him. I tell you, this is one of the nicest guys in the world, our pianist. And I should say now, I want to thank Timmy Fowler and his wonderful orchestra. Haven't they done a great job tonight? Really marvelous. Thank you. Please stand up. Take a bow, fellas. Aren't they wonderful? Okay, we've had a request. I requested it myself. To do a little number. Did you ever see Music Man in the movie or the play? Well, Robert Preston was a very dear friend of mine. As a matter of fact, we made a picture together. I think it was his first movie, and it was called Beau Geste. And I played Gary Cooper in it as a boy. Honestly, I did. I was once 12. But anyway, Music Man, I have to have I make a very fast change here. Okay. Now, to refresh your memory, it goes something like this. Mr. Dunlop, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you don't wish to acknowledge, or you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Mighty proud to say, I'm mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Helps cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad leave to yourself with a three-way billiard shot? But just as say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a bulk line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth. And the first big step on the road to degradé, you say first medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listen to some big out-of-town jasper telling them all about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they set down riding a horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch make your blood boil? Well, I should say now. Let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets on a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long your River City youth will be frittering away. You say your young men will be frittering. Frittering away their noontime, chore time, supper time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patch or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with a cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. You got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the knickerbocker, shirt-tail young'uns, peeking in the pool hall, window raft school, and that's trouble. Right here in River City, with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on where they're loafing around that hall? They're trying out Bevo, trying out Q-Babs, trying out tailor-made like cigarette fiends, bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense, and one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter, in the arms of a jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is a devil's playground. Trouble. Right here in River City, where the capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Oh yes, you got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Now, mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in a corn crib? Is he memorizing jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz-bang? Are there certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell, and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble here in River City. Let hear it, yeah. They gotta have trouble right here in River City. Remember the Maine, the Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh yeah, you got trouble. Let's hear it. In River City, come on, help me out. That game with the 15 numbered balls is a devil's tool. Oh yes, you got trouble, trouble, trouble. Let me hear it on the shelf. With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Yeah, pool. Ha, pool. Pool. It was nothing. That Meredith Wilson, he was quite some guy. You know, if you miss that song anyplace, it's so fast, there's no place to pick it up. You got to go all the way back to the top again. I once kept an audience for 3 days and 3 nights in a row trying to get through that song. Oh, I tell you. Any other song I can do for you that might be a favorite? Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, we'll do that one. Sure you want to do that? It's going to make me perspire. Okay. Look, Frank Sinatra is a boy. Look at that. Look at that. I'm the only one with guts enough to say that, you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I may, I'd like to do a little dance for you now. This, oh, no. I know we had to do it sooner or later. But really, now this is the first dance that I ever learned when I was a child. And not one step has ever been changed. And I think you realize that once you see this number. A little T for two. You embarrass me. I love to be embarrassed. I'm doing it backwards here. And the big finish. Here we go. Once more. And again. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now I'd like to lie down. That's what I'd like to do. Isn't it ridiculous getting out of breath doing a simple little dance routine like that? It's got to be the altitude. Well, what are we up, 10 feet here? Look at this. All right, now, really, anything else I can do for you? Another dance? Another dance, all right? You don't care how I die, do you? All right, this is going to be another soft shoe. And in the middle, I'm going to do a dance that hasn't been done for about 85 years. I didn't originate it. It's called a sand dance. And you recognize when I get to the sand dance because I sprinkle sand all over the floor. Your turn. Oh, no, that's pretty. Ida, sweet as apple cider. Here comes the sand. Get this break. Oh, Ida. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting more expensive all the time, you know. Well, thank you. God bless you. You've been so sweet. I tell you, I am a little out of breath right now. And there's no question about it. It's age. Speaking of age, strange things happen to you when you get older. Well, I notice when I eat now, my nose runs. Isn't that the damnedest thing? You're sitting there trying to impress somebody, and it comes up all over. See, I called up a friend of mine, George Burns, and I said, "What's next?" He didn't answer me. All right, I'll tell you what. We got any other things to do now besides Dolly? Well, okay, all right. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do just a little part of the sand dance. We did that already. We're going to do part of the chair dance that I did with Gene Kelly and Singing in the Rain. And it's only a small portion. But it goes something like this. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For Moses he knowses his toes aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. A Moses, a Mose, a rose is a rose, a toes is a toes. Hoop-de-doo-de-doodle. Moses supposes his toes are roses. Moses supposes erroneously. Moses, he knowses his toes aren't roses. Moses supposes his toes are to be. Moses, Moses, Moses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shave and a haircut. That's it. Thank you. You're wonderful. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. You're wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're just beautiful. Hope you had a good time. All right, kids. What do you say? Let's bring out our fine cast for a final number. Huh? You ready? Hey, 2, yes, that's the beat. I'll be back in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Bobby Burgess and Elaine Baldwin, America's favorite dance team. Miss Rosie Radiator. Mr. Wayne Doba. And the fabulous Radiators. And Mr. Donald O'Connor. And the Eddie Marshall Quintet.